Okay, I think we're live. Let's just double check. All right, we're live. What's going on, everybody? JT Born here. I'm actually here with Kaiju Network, and I'm going to talk about the most anticipated movies of the year. Wish everybody a happy new year. See how everyone's doing. Sorry I haven't had any new videos come out in quite a while, but you know, it's a live stream. We're just going to go ahead and talk about some of my most anticipated movies of the year, going month by month. Obviously, if you're a fan of this channel, you know that Godzilla is automatically at the top of my list. It really doesn't matter what else is out there, but there are some movies I'm really looking forward to coming out this year. More so than 2018, actually. 2018, it was like, there was a lot of movies I really liked. But like, there was only a few movies that, like, if I put like my favorite movie of the year, like Infinity War was probably like right at the top there, but like really everything else, there's stuff I liked, but I didn't necessarily love. Whereas 2017, there was like, okay, I love this movie. I love that movie. I love this movie. I love that movie. 2018, I didn't necessarily feel that. Granted, I didn't see nearly as many movies in 2018 as I did 2017. I saw like 30 movies in the theaters, but like, you know, this year, like 2017 was 52. This year, we'll see how many I see, but, you know, let's go ahead and go through the list, see what I'm most excited for. Kaiju Network will be joining us in a second. He just had to, you know, step away for a moment. But we're going to do this. We're going to talk about the most anticipated movies of 2019. And, yeah, so we'll do that. So we're going to start in January of 2019. I have the Box Office Mojo release schedule, so some of these are subject to change. Oh, you're back? Hello, KPF. How are you today? Let's wait till he gets his mic. All right, you got your mic and stuff?
Yep.
All right, ready? Okay. All right, so if you go to Box Office Mojo, I'm going month by month just to see most anticipated movies of 2019. I know you and I both know Godzilla is #1 for sure, but there's some other movies that are coming out this year that should get us all excited. So
you didn't shout me out on the title?
You know what? I didn't know. Just most anticipated movies of 2019. That's kind of a vague title. I can add it in post. Maybe I can. No, I can't edit it right now. Sorry, but you know, you're in the video, so I'll put I'll add it in post for people to check it out with Kaiju Network, and then, you know, so and stuff. But yes, so we're gonna start with January. By the way, how's your day going?
Not too bad.
You excited to talk about 2019 movies, and then when this is done, we'll head over to your channel and talk about cake and stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good year next year,
or this year.
Oh, good Christ!
It's hard to believe it's 2019 already. Like 2018 just flew by. Like when it hit like New Year, I'm like, is it really New Year already? 2018, like I enjoyed like the second half of the year a bit more than the first half. That's because, you know, it was a good year. You know, we got to be on your channel, talk with like Nick Jackson and Jack Buchanan, and basically we're kind of forming like this own little like a group. You know what I mean? I don't know what you call it.
Fake friends.
Fake friends, exactly. We're forming this little like monster type community. I don't know what you want to call it, but, you know, just kind of talk about like movies.
A Kaiju Network.
A Kaiju Network. Oh yeah. You know what is your? You know what? I've lost track of how many times you switched your channel name. It was like Kaiju Psycho Films, KPF, Kaiju Network. For April Fools, you got to make it like the Cake Network.
Oh, just do Ford Brody.
Oh man, that'll be great. That definitely be great. But yeah, so let's go through the months really quick, and then we'll head over to your channel and just do a live stream. So,
all right.
So January 2019, there's a couple weeks in the month, but like really, there's like I was looking through the list. Do you have a Box Office Mojo's list popped up at all?
How do I get to the list?
Let me just send you it in the chat.
All right.
So let me just pop it up. All right. Okay. Let me just that link right there, and then you can just kind of go month by month. Or actually, I can do a screen view, but no, I like to read the comments when they pop up. Like I said, some live streams I get so much content, and then some I just get like jack shit. I don't know. It doesn't make sense, but I'll have people come back and look in post. But did you get the link pulled up?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got January 2019. Really, the only movie I'm looking forward to this month is Glass. Did you happen to see Split or Unbreakable?
No.
Okay, well, this is the third film in that little like Unbreakable trilogy. When I saw Split at the beginning of 2017, I really shit my pants. It was like the last time like a movie caught me so off guard by its ending that I didn't see coming. I believe it, surprisingly enough, Shyamalan pulled off like he was very sneaky with this ending because he made Split a surprise, like unknown sequel to Unbreakable that caught everyone off guard. That's why that movie made so much money, was that ending. And Unbreakable is a good movie, not Shyamalan's best. I still think, like, you know, Sixth Sense, and I even like Signs, despite how hokey it kind of gets at times. But you know, he was really on a downturn. Like, so people are very nervous. If the pressure's on, I don't know if he's going to pull this off, but I really hope it does, because Unbreakable, solid. Split, I thought, was even better. Like, James McAvoy in that movie with his like 23 different personalities really like shined in it, and like it was entertaining.
Not as good as Me, Myself, and Irene, but
yeah. I mean, the name's Hank Fuckface. Oh yeah, no, good old. I miss that Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey just kind of went crazy, but yeah. So Glass is really the only movie, and I think really for most people, because you got other things coming out like A Dog's Way Home, Replicas, Upside. I don't know what the hell these movies are. Escape Room. I may go see that. The Kid Who Would Be King. Blah blah blah. So let's move on to February, because like some of these other dumpster fires. Okay, so February 2019. You know where to click? Just click on the icon February.
I got it.
Okay, so now we're into February, the 1st, which is my birthday. So very excited about that. Yes. So we got Jacob's Ladder, remake of that movie. Never really saw the original, so I don't know what to expect. Lego Movie 2, the second part. Have you seen any of the Lego movies?
Yeah, I saw. I didn't see the Batman one, but I saw the first Lego movie.
Yeah, the first Lego movie is amazing. Lego Batman is amazing too. You got like a, I know you're a Kong fan. King Kong appears in Lego Batman.
Huh.
And like Lego Batman is one of the funniest things. It's like I was laughing my head off. Like, honestly, the best double feature I ever had. I watched Lego Batman, and then I went straight to like another theater to go watch John Wick Chapter 2. I'm like, what? Of course, these both have to come out like, you know, the same night. But I went double feature, and it was like the best double feature ever, because I absolutely like loved both of those movies so much. But yes, Lego Movie Part 2, because it's Phil Lord and Chris Miller. I didn't really care too much for Ninjago, but that's really not much of the same creative team. Just kind of just like, okay, this is what we thought the Lego Movie would be. But I'm very excited for like the Lego Movie 2. It's just going to be even crazier. You know, you got Batman and all that in it, and so on and so forth. I think that's really it for me. And what else comes out in February? Alita Battle Angel, which is that Robert Rodriguez, James Cameron movie.
How to Train Your Dragon 3, but I think, is that 3 or 4? I saw the first one, but
that's 3. I haven't seen 2. I saw the first one. I liked it.
I feel like the first one came out so long ago. Like
2010 was the first one. I know.
Taking their time though.
Yeah, they're taking their, but they had that TV show which a lot of people go crazy over. And then also like kind of like Valentine's Day weekend, you have the Battle Angel movie, which is, you know, Robert Rodriguez, James Cameron produced movie. I don't know, it looks kind of weird, but Happy Death Day to You. I like the first one a lot. So like the first one was just like, okay, we've kind of seen this premise, but like nobody's ever done the same repeating day like a second time. Like, because like you always see like, okay, I relived the same day over and over again, and then they just kind of drop it, but nobody ever goes through it like a second time, but they kind of like tweaked it a bit with like other people kind of experience it, or the time thing is like, if she dies this time, she goes back months at end. So that actually has some intrigue to it. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to Lego Movie the most in February, and then, you know, Happy Death Day, excuse you. And I think I'll probably rewatch the How to Train Your Dragon movies before watching The Hidden World.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and go on to March. Oh boy, another
This would have been
We're Godzilla 2.
Yes.
But they pushed it back a few months, which to work on the CGI and stuff. But, you know, that's fine, though, and to position it to a better release date.
And less weight between that and GBK. So
yeah, so I'm fine with it. You know, it's like the end of May. Like May was originally like the most stacked month like ever, but then they pulled Infinity War back a week before, which is a smart move because you're going to have like no competition at that time. But let's go ahead and start through March 2019. Another goddamn Medea movie. It's like movie number 15, or I've lost count at this point. Because what Tyler Perry does with these movies, he basically just takes the stage plays and just like films them all in like one room, and that's pretty much it. Then we have Brie Larson and Captain Marvel, and
wow.
Yeah, I'm like not too like the trailers haven't really done anything for me. Marvel does pretty solid for the most part, although there's been some in this universe that aren't very good. Iron Man 3, Iron Man 2, the first 2 Thor movies. I liked Ragnarok. but there's just been Guardians 2 I didn't really care for too much.
You know, what would be interesting is if DC could do a female lead movie, but Marvel can't.
Oh yeah,
Wonder Woman, great.
Yeah, Wonder Woman's great, solid. I just watched it not too long ago, even like before I rewatched Aquaman. But this isn't like, but the month after this, the original Captain Marvel shows up, but he's being called Shazam. Makes sense. The that way we'll get to that when we get to April. So yeah, then we have like Captain Marvel, which is okay. Jordan Peele's next movie, which is this film called Us, which is like something on like the home invasion thing, which should be interesting. It's basically like their homes are being invaded by like evil replicas of themselves. But he did Get Out, and I liked Get Out. I think that was a pretty fun movie. So we'll see what he does with Us. I know, like aside from this, he's also producing like a reboot sequel to like Candyman. Have you ever seen the Candyman movie?
No.
Probably one of the creepiest, probably the scariest film of the '90s. I'd say like Tony Todd, and that like it's kind of like has like it's like an urban boogeyman setting, kind of like based around like the Bloody Mary myth, where if you say like Candyman's name in the mirror 5 times, he shows up and like guts you with a hook. But that is genuinely a scary movie. Like, I mean, it doesn't freak me out now. Like, it freaks me out, like, kind of like it gives you, like, the creeps. But, that movie is, like, so ahead of its time and a lot of stuff. But, we'll see what Jordan Peele does with that. I'm looking forward really more to that than Us. But, and to end the month, we have Dumbo, because Disney has to remake everything. Now, I've never been, like, this huge diehard Dumbo person. But the only thing that has me excited about this is Tim Burton is reuniting with Michael Keaton. And it hasn't been, even Danny DeVito's in it too. So it's like a Batman Returns reunion. That's the only thing that has me excited. I'm like, thank God he's reuniting with Keaton. Because like what happened, Keaton was his go-to guy before Johnny Depp. And then he just kind of stopped working with Keaton. I'm like, why aren't you working with Keaton? He's so talented. But that's the only thing that has me excited about Dumbo. And Danny DeVito. So like I wish we would have gotten Michelle Pfeiffer, then we'd have a true reunion. But we'll see. All right, let's move on to April 2019. We're going through this pretty quick. Do you have any thoughts on those movies or not really?
For what?
Do you have any thoughts on the March movies or not really?
No.
Okay, so let's go to April 2019. The first weekend we have Pet Sematary. I own the original. It's okay. And then we have Shazam.
Woo!
Okay, that's probably the most excited I am for a movie. And oh no, actually, you know what? I come to think of it, Endgame opens at the end of the month. But Shazam is definitely the second most anticipated movie for me this month. So you're looking forward to Shazam?
Yep.
Oh yeah, like it's the new trailers. There's been leak of the second trailer I think leaked online or something, but I haven't watched it yet, or at least screenshots of it. And it's supposed to come out in like 2 weeks. The trailer, but I'm excited. This one. They did well with Aquaman. I had a fun time with that one. I even enjoyed it more the second time. I think that movie's like visually the most stunning looking comic book movie that's ever been made.
Yeah, and one thing, I think DC might be better off now that they're less universe focused. Like an Aquaman movie, a Shazam movie. I would say Flash, but that movie is, oh my god.
It's just taking so long for a Flash movie. If you want a good Flash story adaptation, watch the first 2 seasons of The Flash and then just end it right there.
Yeah.
Like the CW, like just going off topic for a second, just has just gone so far downhill since like the early work of like The Flash and early work of Arrow. Although Legends is fine, Supergirl is just hot garbage. I watch it just for the continuity of the universe, but like I struggle through that. I watch
it for Martian Manhunter.
Yeah, Martian Manhunter is cool, but even then, like they just try to do bad stuff with him. But yeah, I'm just not looking forward to that. And then the next week after that, we have Hellboy, which I'm not very excited about. It really kills me that we didn't get Hellboy 3 with Guillermo del Toro, because I love Hellboy 1 and 2 a lot. I don't want this reboot. I wanted my third Hellboy movie. Even when I met Ron Perlman, I'm just like, sorry about Hellboy 3. He's like, it's okay. We're all sad. I'm just not excited about this. The reboot trailer just felt off and weird. I don't know. Did you see the trailer? Have you seen the Hellboy movies?
No, but I saw the trailer. It was really, I don't know about it. It just, I don't know.
It was like trying to be like overly like comedic and stuff. The week after that, we have The Curse of La Llorona, which is like a James Wan produced horror movie. So like they've pretty much delivered really well with James Wan produced horror movies.
Let's see if he can continue after Aquaman and whatnot.
Yeah, like, 'cause this is one of those things that's kind of because the director of this movie is going to end up making Conjuring 3, so we'll see, and like how he does like with here. Oh, hi Omega, how you doing? I didn't see the comments for a second. So yes, there's that. Blah blah blah, and then to end the month with my second most anticipated movie of the year, Avengers Endgame. We're in the Endgame now, KPF. Now, what did you think of Infinity War? I loved Infinity War. It was probably like my favorite movie last year. I think that's the one I've seen the most. I have this giant ass Infinity War billboard behind me. I love what they did with Thanos.
I thought it was good. It was real good. Not my favorite MCU movie still. There's, oh jeez, Christ, still a couple. My phone's going crazy. There's still a couple MCU films that I have higher than it, but it was good.
Yeah, so like I know they're going to integrate like time travel into the movie. I know they're supposedly going back to the first like Avengers movie, for what I've seen. So we'll see how this one turns out. I'm hoping whoever ends up killing Thanos, I don't want it to be someone who just kind of comes in. I know people are thinking like Brie Larson, the way she's like doing interviews, she has kind of like a cocky attitude about it. Like Captain Marvel is going to be the one to do it. But I'm like, if anyone has the right to kill Thanos, it should be Iron Man. And then in second place, Captain America. Iron Man more than anyone else. He started this universe. He tried his ass off to stop him.
Or Nick Fury.
Nick Fury. Nick Fury would be pretty sweet. So yeah, it should be Iron Man or it should be Captain America who does it. Anyone else, and I won't accept it. Maybe Hulk or Thor, like, or Blackwood. Like, it has to be an original Avenger who kills Thanos. It can't be any of the new people. It can't be Captain Marvel. If it's Captain Marvel, that movie's not gonna do nearly. It's going to piss off a lot of fans. It shouldn't be Captain Marvel to do it. Like, it shouldn't be her. It shouldn't be Spider-Man or Black Panther or anything. Despite them like being successful and moving the thing forward, it shouldn't be the Guardians either. Well, maybe Gamora, since Thanos dropped her.
Yeah, well, if she comes back, but
if she the thing is, I'm predicting they're all going to come back.
There's no stake in movies.
That's one thing I'm not satisfied with a lot of the MCU stuff. There feels like there's no stakes. I love the ending to, we know there's going to be a Doctor Strange 2. They already announced it. They already announced Black Panther 2. We already seen Spider-Man still alive. So I'm like, it's just like some people have to remain dead. You can't bring everyone back.
Well, that's like the new Avengers, like Spider-Man, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel.
I'm sure Downey Jr. just has it easy. He doesn't really have to do. He just acts. He just is Tony Stark. He's just like, oh yeah, just pay me my $20-30 million. You're gonna make it back, or whatever, for my 10 minutes of screen time. And I just have to just kind of like keep my head filtered in whatever it is when I do the action scenes. But yeah, Downey Jr. is just like Chris Evans. I think he's done for right now. Somebody major is going to die. It might as well be Cap. And then you can pass the torch on to, either Bucky or Sam. Yes. One of those two. The audience would accept it. Because I know Sam and Bucky are two that had become Captain America. But, I think Cap is the one. Like, if Cap makes the self-sacrifice for the Soul Stone to bring everyone back, that would be worthy, and I'd be willing to accept that. So we'll see what they do with Endgame. But, like, that first trailer was okay. But, I mean, we'll see what they do. I'm looking forward to it, definitely. And then we move to May 2019. So go ahead and we'll skip to the next thing. Don't care about these. Detective Pikachu. That is a very big intrigue for me in terms of
the legendary movie.
Yes, it is.
Have a good record. So
yes, they do. When Warner Brothers was working with Legendary, they were at their best with like DC and stuff. But now that Legendary is renewing their deal with Warner Brothers because they weren't doing too well with Universal, so I think they're going to kind of like right the ship a bit more. So we'll see what they do with Detective Pikachu. It's intriguing. I grew up. I still have a lot of my Pokemon games from before. Hey, Kaiju Network. It's on Netflix now. I don't know what you just said there. Oh my. Okay, but yeah.
John Wick. I didn't notice that.
Oh yeah, John Wick. Have you seen the John Wick movies?
I saw the second one, I think.
Okay, John Wick Chapter 3 is like that. This one is number 3 of my most anticipated movies. The John Wick movies have not let me down at all. I went to see that first movie. Like, I was like, okay, we'll see this Keanu Reeves movie. I did not expect it to be as good as it was. And then I was like, okay, so let's see how they do John Wick 2. And I thought that was even better. I love the John Wick series so much. The action sequences are so good. Keanu Reeves is awesome in these movies. And like the world itself that they created, like this Hitman universe or whatever it is, it's so fascinating. And I just love like learning like new things about this universe, just how like its own like weird comic booky type world. Like it's an original idea. And then Keanu Reeves just going in and shooting and killing people. Like the writing's really funny. I loved in the second one where he goes and like gets his weapons. He's like, I'd like a tasting. And he's just like, dessert. He pulls out these knives to knife people. He kills somebody with a fucking pencil.
That was so awesome.
Yeah, like John Wick is just, it's the best action franchise going on today. Like nothing else comes close to it.
I agree.
It's by far like the best. And like they have more than delivered like on everything. It's absolutely outstanding what they've been able to do with the John Wick series. And you know, I'm very much looking forward to John Wick Chapter 3. It's called like John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum or whatever. The cast looks great. You got like Angelica Houston, you got Halle Berry in that. So I'm sold. I'm sold on this John Wick movie. The weekend after, because May was pretty packed. Aladdin. Aladdin. Oh God. Shit, we got Aladdin, we got that Man of Steel knockoff, Brightburn, then we got a Minecraft movie.
What?
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna do this fucking Minecraft movie. It'll probably get delayed or something. I don't know. Brightburn looks like it's like a horror version of Man of Steel based on the trailer. Aladdin, when I first saw those images, I've not been excited about Aladdin when it was announced. Because like Disney, a lot of these Disney's remakes have not been very good. In fact, I haven't really liked any of them. I didn't even like the Jungle Book one that people like went nuts over. I thought it was just okay. Like I don't honestly understand. Like I mean, visual effects wise, it's really good, but I just don't see why people liked it so much. Like there's just one of those things where I'm like, really? And then the Beauty and the Beast one was terrible. Cinderella sucked. Maleficent sucked. Pretty much Disney's original, like anything that's not Marvel or Pixar, is pretty much dumpster fire for Disney. That's just the way it goes. What was that movie that came out? Wrinkle in Time. Or it was another one they just did like this Nutcracker movie that looked pretty bad. But yes, or Solo, even Disney Star Wars is pretty bad. But we'll get to the Star Wars movie like at the end of the year. But yeah, this Aladdin movie, the only thing that has me kind of intrigued is from the director of like King Arthur Legend of the Sword, which if you watch my videos from like 2017, I gotta emphasize that was my favorite bad movie of 2017. It was such a bad movie, but it was so funny. And these images of Will Smith as the genie just look so goddamn terrible. He looks like he has a scrotum chin. That's oh my God, it just looks so bad. Are you excited about that movie at all?
No.
Any of those? No? Okay. Then we move to the final week of May, and you know, come on, we know this is the most anticipated movie. Your whole channel's pretty much been videos about.
Oh yeah. I've waited 5 years for this.
I can't believe it's been 5 fucking years. Oh, good God, I'm feeling old.
Dude, I was like 12 when the first one came out.
Yeah, I was pretty young myself too, but like, Jesus, like, good God. I mean, like, even if you like look back, I mean, I look like I haven't aged much in like the entire time of my channel. Maybe just a little bit more scruff and my face, but other than that I look basically the same. But yeah, this movie, I'm so excited for this movie. I gotta kind of avoid stuff because I'm getting things kind of spoiled just kind of in my news feed. Like I did see that thing you did post on like Twitter where you're just like, really, bro? It was like you're like how you expected the final battles to go.
I was throwing shade at him because copied my video, but yeah. He's like leak insider info and everything.
Yeah, like I'm like that way. Like I did see I just happened to like catch one. I'm like, oh, what's this? And it's like kind of like how like some of the leaks that he was saying about like the oxygen destroyer's involvement. I'm like, okay, I gotta stop. No, I have to. I won't say anything in the comments, but like I think he's been fairly accurate on a lot of stuff. So we'll see if it's like fully true. But yeah, like WB needs to like pipe down a lot of stuff. You know, I don't understand how like a lot of these people like get all this intel and stuff about this movie. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It kind of amazes me how people were able to like get a hold of this stuff. But yeah, we know we're excited for this movie. I'm sure like after this video, I'm sure we'll live stream and talk about it. So we'll save that more for that one. But King of the Monsters, most anticipated movie. Very intrigued how this movie is going to go down. You got anything else to add to it?
No, I do not.
No, you do not.
Holy shit. June is packed.
Okay, so Dark Phoenix, which was supposed to come out last year. Same with that goddamn New Mutants movie, which, you know, it's the last of the Fox Marvel movies. Actually, New Mutants kind of is now, which I don't even know what they're doing with that movie. But it kind of is the end of an era in terms of X-Men movies. The series that the longest running franchise, it's continuity that's been going on since like 2000. I remember seeing the first X-Men movie in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I think that's arguably like, I think it's one of the first movies I ever saw. But yeah, like this X-Men franchise, like I liked Days of Future Past. I loved Logan, but like I haven't really cared too much for the X-Men movies. Like I watch them and then I don't watch them again.
Mm-hmm.
But like
I thought Apocalypse was awful.
The only good scene in Apocalypse is with Quicksilver, which honestly they did that better than the MCU did.
Mm-hmm.
Like that one scene with Quicksilver I absolutely loved, and then like Wolverine coming in and just killing a bunch of people I liked, but like other than that, like I said, like I even got to the point where I was like kind of laughing a bit where Magneto's like, it's always this, Charles, and there's always a goddamn speech. And I'm like, yes, it's been doing the same thing. Like the actors, some of them are pretty good, but it's time to let the X-Men rest for a while. And I didn't even want them in the MCU, to tell you the truth. I'm X-Men out.
Yeah.
But people were like, the MCU. Like people were so excited about this Fox Disney merger. Like the MCU, guys, the MCU. Well, we're gonna get the Marvel things. Like, yeah, but it's terrible for the film industry.
If anything, it'll be Fantastic Four.
Yeah, Fantastic Four is one, definitely. Like that's one where I'm like, okay, Marvel, get this shit right. Because I'm like, the Fantastic, like Doctor Doom is arguably like Marvel's like most, like a lot of people would argue he is their best villain up there with like Magneto. Because Thanos really the movie kind of like pushed him to the forefront. But like, you know, Doctor Doom is like everyone just goes nuts over Doctor Doom. Like he's intelligent, he's very dangerous. I would like to see a good Doctor Doom. I saw that Fan Four Stick movie in theaters. There's a rant on my channel with my friend where it was just like, it was like 45 minutes of us just shitting on this movie, like right after we saw it, because we're just like, this is awful. Like it was the worst comic book movie I've seen in the past like 10 years. Because it's not so bad it's good. It's just such a tough sit, like which is the worst kind.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely bad. Secret Life of Pets 2. I have the first one. Don't really care
I haven't
too much.
seen the first one, so.
Men in Black International, which is like MIB4. But you know what? They did it smart. Like they kept it in the continuity. They didn't like remake it, but they just like, okay, International. I'm like, all right, I can deal with this. It's like an MIB type spinoff. Still waiting on that 23 Jump Street MIB crossover that they announced, but which honestly, I like. Those 22 Jump Street movies are really funny, surprisingly, especially the second one.
Oh my god.
You've seen those, right? Ice Cube, when he comes in, like Schmidt's there, he's just like, he's like, hey Maya, these are my parents, and then the dad comes up, Maya, hurry up, your mother just found, and then you just see like Jonah Hill and like stares on Ice Cube, and he finds out like, oh shit, I high-fived this dude for like banging my daughter, and he just gives him the death look, and then Channing Tatum freaks out about it. Oh god, that was so fucking funny.
Hey, speaking of Jonah Hill, the pure cinematic trash, he pointed out that Nick Jackson with his hair is starting to look like Jonah Hill.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Oh, Carnage joined the chat. Hello, Carnage. How you doing, man? Or girl? I don't know who's running the Carnage page. Probably a guy, I'd assume.
Don't assume.
Oh yeah. Don't make assumptions because you will be an ass and your ump will shun you. However it goes. Yes, that's from the Fresh Prince.
Child's Play.
Ooh, Child's Play. Okay, so you got Men in Black International, Shaft, which is like a sequel to the Sam Jackson one, which is a sequel to the old Shaft series. But MIB International, I'm okay about. Yep, that is correct. See, I made the right assumption. So yeah, Carnage, we're on basically the June movies of most anticipated films. So yeah, Child's Play, Grudge, the reboot of that, rebooted Child's Play, and Toy Story 4.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's going to be an interesting
Toy
weekend.
Story 3 made me cry.
Yeah, I did too. Like, it's the first movie. Avengers Endgame isn't on Netflix. It's Infinity War Omega Picture.
Wait,
Night every cake, home daddy.
Holy shit! The first Toy Story is 100 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Same with the second one, and the third one's got 99%. I think that's because like one person, it was probably that Armand White guy who just gave it one negative thing.
98.
98.
Oh,
I
remember seeing that. Like we watched that in school when it first came out.
Yeah, Toy Story 3. Like, I obviously they did like the spin-off like specials afterwards, but I'm very cautiously optimistic about Toy Story 4. From what I've heard though, like Tim Allen and like Tom Hanks have said they had so much trouble recording the ending because it was too emotional, which tells me, oh shit, somebody's gonna die. Okay, Nick.
Yes, but no, they can't make me cry again.
They're good. I saw photos like Bo Peep. She's like in action because like this one I guess is about Woody finding Bo Peep.
Oh,
we all know Godzilla King of the Monsters, most anticipated movie. I agree, Carnage. It's definitely like number one for sure. But yeah, Toy Story 4. I'm like people are very cautious about this movie, and it's understandable because Toy Story 3 ended the series so well, but they said they wouldn't continue it unless they had a good idea. So they haven't let me down yet. I'm sure this one's going to be great, though. I really have full faith in this movie. What about you?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so let's move on to July. Starting the month with Spider-Man Far From Home, sequel to the decent Homecoming movie. I don't know. Yeah, Homecoming, I just rewatched it. I'm like, man, you know what? It still doesn't hold a candle to the Raimi films. Like Spider-Man 1 and 2 I watched recently, actually like last week or so. I'm like, wow, this movie, like just some of the stuff, it holds up super well. Like some of it's really not necessarily the visual effects in the first movie, they're pretty dated.
Yeah, but the first story movie that came out, I think it came out like within a month of me being born, and we had that when I was growing up, and I always watched it. Love Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin. Those movies, I think they're timeless.
Oh yeah, I watched it on like a DVD. I grew up watching that movie on like DVD, like the shit. I never saw any of the Spider-Man movies in theaters until The Amazing Spider-Man. But like the first Spider-Man movie, like the first two are like 10 out of 10 movies for me. Spider-Man 3 is a guilty pleasure. I know it's stupid, but I fucking Emo Peter makes me laugh my ass off. How
about the score of those movies too?
The score is great.
Oh my god.
The score is great. Oh, we got another comment from Carnage. Who agrees that Shin Godzilla isn't overrated? I like Shin Godzilla.
I didn't see it yet.
Yeah, like I saw it in theaters. The human stuff is really boring. Like I mean, you can see my review, but I love the Godzilla scenes. Hey Tevya, how you doing? But I love the Godzilla scenes in this movie. I think they're great.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have the Untitled Conjuring universe, which is Annabelle 3. The Warrens are coming back, so I'm very much excited about that. I was kind of bummed that James Wan's not directing Conjuring 3, but we'll see. The Curse of La Llorona movie, or whatever how you pronounce it, like we'll know if that movie's solid, then I'll have faith in the third movie because I guess James Wan handpicked this dude to direct Conjuring 3. Emo Peter, Emo Parker, yes, Emo Parker. Got it. Emo Peter, like so much meme potential. Is Spider-Man 3 has gifted us with so many great memes.
Have you seen Aldo Jones weird trailers?
Yes, I believe I've seen some of them. Just
damns the hell out of emo Spider-Man.
Emo Peter, like it was just like drop that funky soul. Maybe for April Fools, I'll just upload a video of me as Emo Peter.
Dude, that movie's so old.
It's 2007. It's not that old. Don't tell me it's old.
I was in kindergarten when that came out.
Shit. Well, I definitely wasn't in kindergarten. I was in like middle school when that movie came out. Shit.
I'm a baby. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's true. What?
You're not old. I promise.
Yeah, just after drawing up. Okay, comment section. Who should win, Godzilla or Kong? Godzilla. I love you, Kong, but Godzilla should win. I don't think he should kill Kong though. I think he should just beat the shit out of him though. It should be an even fight, but like I think Godzilla should still win. And then hopefully they make more movies. like I said, KPF, I know we've talked about the team up idea. I'm like, you know what? I'm fine with it. Like I'm fine with it being in the movie, and I'm fine with it not being not in the movie. I think like what they should do is destroy all monsters afterwards, and then you can have your little like they have to work together moments.
Don't do it.
Okay, these aren't just typical like monsters. Like, you know, Godzilla's teamed up before. Like it could be like a Dora the Three-Headed Monster type thing.
We can discuss this later. Let's finish these movies.
All right, let's finish these movies. Then we have 17 Bridges, Stuber. I don't know what the fuck these movies are. Once Upon a Time Hollywood. That's a Tarantino movie, so we'll see how it is. The Lion King, the live-action remake. Which,
all these Disney movies, dude.
Goddamn, Disney is going to have the biggest year ever in 2019. Then 2020, they're going to slow down for sure.
Yeah, and that's when Legendary takes over, hopefully.
Yeah, somebody needs to take down Disney a bit. They have too much power. That kind of power is very dangerous. I am not really excited about this Lion King movie. Like the trailer, people are like, "Oh, remember that? Remember that? I remember that." I'm like, I love the Lion King so much. I even saw the 3D re-release in theaters. And that's one of my favorite Disney movies. I think I'd say, like, in terms of animated Disney movies, I put that one number 2 behind The Great Mouse Detective. But Lion King is a top-notch movie, and I don't know what they're going to do, if they're just going to kind of like just redo the same thing as, you know, Beauty and the Beast. We're just like, what's the point?
Oh, so, what is this? August next? August looks like a scary month.
All right, let's see. Dora the Explorer. I heard this one's going to be bad. New Mutants. So that is the end of the Fox Marvel movies. Like this one, I guess they're reshooting like the whole thing or whatever. They're just like, Disney's just like, whatever, we own you, Fox. You're our bitch. We're gonna just release this movie as is and then just kind of be done with it. Like, because like right now they got some untitled movies, which they'll announce like over the course of this year. But Dora the Explorer, okay, Carnage, we'll see when you get back. But Dora the Explorer, don't swipe or no swiping. I have no idea. I heard originally Michael Bay was going to produce this movie, and I immediately just laughed.
Yes.
Michael Bay and Dora the Explorer.
Let's have it.
What happened if Disney remake The Little Mermaid? It won't be as big now, thanks to Aquaman. Aquaman already did the underwater world. Even Avatar 2 is going to suffer because of Aquaman already doing the underwater world thing. The Hobbs and Shaw movie with The Rock and Jason Statham, I cannot wait because the Fast and the Furious movies, basically Fast 5 onward, got so ridiculous that I absolutely love them now. What about you? Are you excited for any of those movies at the start of August?
No.
No? Okay, that's a bummer.
I'm very picky with my movies generally.
Then we have Artemis Fowl. Now, I grew up like reading these books, so I have no idea what they're like. I own like most of them. I think there's a few that I don't have, but I'm definitely intrigued by that movie. We'll see how it is. Like, I'll just go into it kind of blind, but I'm like, oh yeah, I remember some of this stuff. Blah blah blah. Some other random stuff in August. Angry Birds 2. Don't really care. Let's move on to September. Ooh, here we go. Basically, this one is number 4 most anticipated movie of the year. It Chapter 2. It Chapter 2.
I didn't see the first one.
Okay. Hey, do you mind talking for a second? I gotta take care of something just for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Let's see. Chapter 2. Spies in the Sky's Kitchen. Not a whole lot, actually. But yeah, I haven't seen really the chat. I gotta get the chat up so I can be on top of this. But no, haven't seen it. Not a horror movie person, so it's not one of my main concerns. Somebody's got the chat here, so I can see what's going on. Yeah, I didn't see the Little Mermaid remake. Sure. Oh God, Downton Abbey's getting what? Downton Abbey's getting a movie.
All right.
Downton Abbey.
Downton Abbey. Okay, It Chapter 2. I'm so excited for this movie. It is my favorite Stephen King story, and like I'm really torn of like my top 5. Like this is their John Wick 2, Godzilla, Avengers. I'm like, it's so close. I'm like, I loved it a lot, and I also love the John Wick movies. I'm like, but it's so like those are my top 4 easily. But really, everything else in September, I'm like Spies in Disguise, don't care. The Hunt, don't care. Let's move on to October.
Yeah.
Joker.
Ooh.
This one has me very, very intrigued.
Yes.
Walking Phoenix, 1970s gritty crime thriller Joker movie. Fuck yes. I wanted to kind of mimic Batman 89. Because I'm like, one thing I appreciate what DC is doing, it's just like they're kind of going all over the place with their movies. Like they don't all feel the same. You know what I mean? Justice League felt the most like a studio typical superhero movie.
Yeah, they don't always have like the Marvel formula.
Which I appreciate. I'd rather them be kind of different, doing their own like thing than doing necessarily the Marvel route. Although I do want them to do a proper Justice League movie where it's just like not a Frankenstein.
But yeah, so I mean, yeah, Aquaman just came out. Yeah,
that movie's about to hit $1 billion by next week.
I know. Aquaman, Shazam, and Joker. That could bring them back up. So
yeah, because like I said, I was rewatching like a bit of the Dark Knight trilogy recently, and just kind of watching it. I'm like, damn it, I missed this era of DC movies where it was just like there was no division, there wasn't no fucking Marvel versus DC fandom, just screaming and whining at each other over every little detail. Like we can't like it because of this. Oh, you have these jokes. Oh, you're too dark and edgy. It's gotten so annoying. Like really since because Man of Steel, I didn't really see it necessarily like then. It was really when Batman vs Superman was coming out. That's when it basically broke the universe. If BVS was like well received, by like kind of like the mainstream, because that's a niche movie, a niche movie where it's just like kind of like you have your hardcores that just love that movie to death.
Oh
but,
yeah.
It's like Zack Snyder kind of has this thing where he does kind of like a more niche type movie. Like I really like Man of Steel, but I can understand why some people didn't like it. Like when I saw Man of Steel in the theaters, I would just like oh my god! Like when the fighting, I was like, oh my god, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Because like I was like basically high on like the action in Man of Steel when I saw that. When I watch it now, like
Krypton was really cool too.
What?
Krypton, I like that too. They did in that movie.
Oh yeah, the Krypton stuff. The Krypton stuff was great. I think Man of Steel, if you had one more draft of that movie, work on the Superman character just a little bit, keep all the Zod stuff intact, keep the awesome action sequences, make Superman a little bit more optimistic, rewrite the Kents entirely. Because the thing is, people are like, well, it's not realistic if they act like this way. That's the thing with the Kents, though. They're supposed to be like the special example of people. Like if the Superman doesn't have like the Kents, like they're basically like the peak of like good people in this world. That's why Superman kind of grew up the way he was, because of the Kents. But here in the Kents, like, maybe you should let him die. I'm like, fuck that. And that's where the issue comes. Like if the Kents were written like these super like good, types of people, I think it would have been better. And Superman like embodied those teachings, goes out of his way to help people. Even that stupid tornado scene that they have in the movie, if Superman went out of his way, like despite that, to save his dad, that would have been good. Like it's like he didn't even listen to his dad. He's like, no, I got to do the right thing. That would have made it fine. But like the fact that
his dad told him to let him die, so
yeah, that's what is so stupid about it. Like he should have went to save his dad regardless of everything. That would have been a good Superman movie moment. That would have been a moment that kind of defined his character a bit. Like he's willing to not listen to that because he's going to go out of his way to help and save people. But yes, so that was that. What else do we got? Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Addams Family.
I like I really like the movie Addams Family Values. So I'm that movie is really funny. The first Addams Family movie, like the Christina Ricci ones with like Christopher Lloyd and Raul Julia and Angelica Huston. Addams Family Values is really good. Addams Family Reunion, which is like the straight to video one, is so bad though. But it'll be cool to see the Addams Family back. What else do we have? Zombieland 2. Oh shit, that movie. Zombieland came out 10 years ago. God damn. Like I remember that movie like owning on DVD and people were just kind of going like crazy over Zombieland. I'm not a huge zombie movie person. I don't know. What about you? Are you a zombie fan?
No.
Okay. I know Nick is. Let's do it in the comment section. Nick is the only man I know that hates Batman. Yeah, it sucks to be Nick. But the thing is with Nick, he wears Batman t-shirts and he even talks about like some Batman stuff that he likes. I don't know. Whatever. All right, let's go to November.
It definitely slows down from here on.
Yes. We got some interesting ones.
The only thing that I see is like Frozen 2. Oh, Sonic.
Oh, Charlie's Angels, the Terminator 6 or whatever. James Cameron's producing it, but I don't know. I've been kind of let down by a lot of the Terminator stuff. I didn't hate Genesis like a lot of people did, though. Like, a lot of people really hated Terminator Genesis. I'm like, it's not too bad, guys. I mean, like, it's it's better than like Terminator 4 and 3. But that's just me. Charlie's Angels, don't give a damn. Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic fandom is the worst fandom in existence. I'll go out of my way to say that. Like, some of these people just get so, like, they get kind of weird and just do some really weird stuff. Like, they kind of freak out over every little detail. I know not all, but like a large Terminator 6. Okay, Carnage, yep. Maybe I should do a screen share so people can look.
Yeah, the Sonic fan base is very icky.
Yes, icky. Oh no, icky goo. Let me do screen share. So people can look at the screen right here. Okay, this is better this way, people. So yes, Sonic the Hedgehog. The fandom's gonna freak out about that one because they freak out about everything. So we got that. What else do we have? The Good Liar. Blah blah blah. Last Christmas. Untitled Kingsman movie. I haven't seen the Kingsman films. Have you?
I saw the first one.
Yeah. Frozen 2. I wasn't really too into Frozen. Thought it was okay. Forget Sonic. Yeah, that's right. I only really played the old Sonic games for the Genesis.
I have. They're fun.
Yeah, they're fun. That's about it. But people go so crazy. So let's go to December.
Yeah.
Okay. When we get to the last big movie of the year. So Jumanji sequel, Jumanji 3. I have the original Jumanji on VHS. I like it. I really like Jumanji 2. That movie was it was a breath of fresh air after watching suffering through Star Wars Episode 8. And ironically, it's going up against Star Wars again. But I think more people are going to be interested in this than a lot of stuff. Cats, which is based on the musical, which I always remember. I had this VHS tape. It was like a Barty VHS tape, and when I was young watching it. Because when you're young, you watch stuff like that. They had this ad for Cats, and it always freaked me out. I'm like, what the hell is this shit? It was these people dressed up in full makeup as cats and just singing. I'm like, what the hell is this? So it freaked me out when I was younger. So Cats is there going up against Star Wars Episode 9. Oh dear. Let's talk about Masters of the Universe really quick. He-Man, blah blah blah. Do you care about He-Man or any of that, KPF, or no?
No.
All right, so we'll finish this video by talking about the end of the Skywalker saga.
I haven't seen The Last Jedi.
You're very fortunate, my friend. You're very, very fortunate to not.
I'm not a huge Star Wars fan anyway. I used to be, but
Star Wars: The Last Jedi. I have an hour-long video where my friend and I just sit there and just talk about the whole movie, why we just couldn't say it. That was one of the first times I ever stood up, booed, and flipped off the screen. I've only done that maybe twice. I did it once when I saw Paranormal Activity, the Ghost Dimension, because it's supposed to be the end of this franchise. It was such a terrible ending. I'm like, God, this is bad. You had all this time to come up with something, and you came up with the shittiest ending possible. I'm can't believe I wasted all my time and money watching these goddamn movies in the theater, and just booed, flipped off the screen, and then that was that. And then The Last Jedi, I stood up and flipped off the screen. All my friends that we saw this movie, there's 6 of us going. We're like, okay, let's see how this movie is. And once Princess Leia goes full Mary Poppins, flying around in space like Superman, without in the vacuum of space, that's where I died. It literally killed me just watching this whole movie. And they just watched the dumpster fire unfold throughout the rest of the film. I just stood there. I was just in complete shock at how bad that movie was. And how you saw what it did to the fandom. It just, it broke everyone.
Also, one comment I want to make. I looked forward a little bit. There is no movie competing with Godzilla vs. Kong on Friday the 22nd of May.
Yeah, like I said, they'll fill up the release date, so we'll just go through 2020 really quick. Let me skip ahead. March, April. Yeah, no movie's gonna compete against
Gambit. And they have Gambit coming out.
Oh fuck! You know how many times they said Gambit's coming out? Gambit's coming out, guys. Gambit this, Gambit that. Shut up.
I think New Mutants might be. Oh, Maleficent too, just for you.
Oh yeah, Godzilla vs. Kong is gonna be
could be the biggest movie of the 2020.
I don't know what Marvel's gonna really pull off because they can't do an Avengers movie. in 2020. They're not going to do Black Panther 2 because they'd have to be like already like filming it by the end of this year to possibly release it. There's no way they're gonna.
Hey, I mean, this could be Legendary's moment, you know?
It will be. It isn't as bad as The Predator. I disagree with that, Carnage. I actually kind of had some fun with The Predator, but I can see why people don't like it. But yeah, like The Last Jedi was still like the biggest slap in the face I got like last year. Like it somehow managed to destroy like one of the greatest heroes in cinema history. Just he goes out like a pussy. That's the only way I can let me stop screen sharing for a second. But yeah, it fundamentally ruined Luke Skywalker. Just everything that you love about this character, like this hopeful, heroic, optimistic guy.
All right, enough about that.
But yeah, so that is the 2019 movies. Last Jedi I will rant for another day, but see what happens. So my most anticipated movies, I'll go like top 4. Number 1, I'll go top 5. Number 5, Toy Story 4. I really love the Toy Story films. It was like my favorite, probably the best trilogy ever made, I'd say. But like because they wrapped up the story so well with 3, I feel like a lot of people are just kind of really indifferent about this movie because they ended 3 so well. But we'll see how it turns out. They haven't let me down yet. I've loved all the Toy Story films. I'm pretty certain I'll love this one. But like I said, I'm not really like anticipating or excited for it like I was for like Toy Story 3 because they ended it so well. Number 4 is It Chapter 2. The first It was a great adaptation of Stephen King's book, the first half, but now the trickiest part of all is the stuff with the adults, because the stuff with the kids, it's even in the miniseries that was really good, but when they got to the stuff with the adults, it was not very good. The only saving grace of that like second half was Tim Curry. Number 3, John Wick Chapter 3. Need I say more? Keanu Reeves, John Wick, the best action franchise going on today. So good. Just everything just works for me. Number 2, Avengers Endgame. Kind of talked about it enough, but it's the end game now, the end of like this kind of era of Marvel movies. And then number 1, obviously, Godzilla King of the Monsters. Oh, number 6, I'll say is Shazam. But yeah, number 7 is Joker. So that's my top 7. Just 7 Joker, 6 Shazam, 5 Toy Story 4, and then go through the rest. Number 1, Godzilla King of the Monsters. You kind of get the gist. I probably should have done a top 10, but oh well. What do you think, Kaiju Network? What are some of your most anticipated movies? KPF, did you? Oh, KPF has to leave for a bit. All right, so KPF has to go, everyone. Anybody have any last minute questions going on for this, little live stream that we have going on here? Just let me know really quick. Otherwise, we're just gonna wrap it up. Didn't realize KPF was leaving anytime soon. But anyways, Godzilla King of the Monsters. Yep, Godzilla King of the Monsters is number 1. Nothing else is really going to top that for me personally. Even as much as excited as I am about, Avengers Endgame, King of the Monsters is the number 1 movie for me. So, yeah. I think that's it. Happy 2018 or 2019, everybody. I'm going to do a video on Kaiju Network's channel now. So if you guys want to check that out, we'll probably be starting that up very soon. I'm going to get a glass of water, get prepped, and then I'm going to go ahead and talk some movies with Kaiju Network. It's going to be a busy 2019 for me, so we'll see what videos come out when they do. I'll try and get out a good amount when I 2020 anticipated movie streams. When we get closer to 2020, Carnage, because like I said, it's still very early. They're not going to really announce anything. There's still a lot of open release dates for 2020. So we'll definitely see when that happens. It's too early, but number 1 is still Godzilla vs. Kong, because after that I really have no clue what's coming out. Like Birds of Prey, Wonder Woman 1984, those are really top 3 that I can think of off the top of my head. But yeah, so who's your favorite monster next to Godzilla? Oh shit, that's a very tough one. Kong, I don't know. I love King Kong. Gamera is pretty cool too, but I still like some Toho ones. Space Godzilla, Destroya, other random monsters. I love the shark from Jaws, the Predator, stuff like that. Like a giant monster, I think you meant. But yeah, pretty much those. Godzilla's number one. Some classic Toho monsters. You know, throw Gamera and Kong in there. But like, yeah, those are like my favorite movie monsters and such. But yeah, so 2019, it's a pretty big year for movies. I'm very much looking forward to everything that's coming out here. If you guys watch it, you can go back and watch from the beginning. Like I said, I got some stuff coming to the channel. Got some collaborations that'll be happening. Probably show up at G-Fest again. Probably, you know, maybe record a video or two with someone there. But it's going to be a very busy couple of months because my semester starts up tomorrow, and then I got a lot of classes and a lot of work to do. But I'm going to try my hardest, bust my ass to try and get some videos out. I was actually working on a collaboration with KaijuNetwork that'll probably be out closer towards. I don't want to give an exact release date or a rough estimate because I want to make sure that it's all good to go. But definitely going to have to get some stuff out there. This collaboration is it's a pretty ambitious collaboration. That's why it's going to take a few months of working on before I can get an official release date because I want to make sure I have a couple of these scripts done for it beforehand. And like I said, that's going to take a long time to do. So, but the good news is, like when I work with KaijuNetwork, half the stuff I don't have to worry about editing or anything like that. I just got to kind of write and, you know, shoot, and then like he edits like some of the stuff. But it'll be kind of like a co-channel thing. It'll be probably, if I had to estimate, possibly May would be a good start for it. But I think that would probably be the perfect time to start releasing them. But it will be a big thing. It's going to be really big, something very ambitious that we're working on, you know, behind the scenes. So if you want to check that out when we get an official announcement, they'll be ready. But I want to make sure I have a lot of stuff in the backlog finished for this thing in case, you know, something happens. It'd be kind of like a weekly series that'll go on for like maybe a year or so. But yeah, anybody else have any other questions before I wrap this up? Give you a few seconds. I do enjoy these live streams. I do enjoy chatting with people. It's a lot of fun though. All right, I'll give it 10 more seconds, and then I'll wrap this thing up. Just under an hour. And I am not seeing anything. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I think that's going to wrap it up. Thank you to everybody who joined for this live stream. Go ahead and hit that bell for notifications so you're notified when more of these live streams hit. I'll go ahead and have to change this title to link to KaijuNetwork's channel. But you can see, if you go to my page, you can see like KaijuNetwork linked in there. Go ahead and check it out. Check out his channel. It's fun to talk about movies. We're going to do something on his live stream now because, like I said, okay, I got to do something for my channel. We'll do something on your channel as well. So when that happens, you'll get alerted. Subscribe to his channel, and we'll get to talking there. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you appreciate this video. Like I said, I got more stuff coming out, you know, later on this year. Some more after the movies. I got some written reviews. I'll go ahead and post and upload when I get the time to. But it's going to be busy for these next couple of weeks, so you'll see videos done kind of vaguely and so on and so forth. But thank you all so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. See you next time. Happy New Year, everyone, and I look forward to more stuff on the channel this year. Take care now. Bye-bye then. I'll see you next time.